Okay, so now the other thing that I think we struggled a lot with this year is substitution. Okay, so this is something I want to take a couple minutes on and talk about. So when it asks you to solve the expression, they're telling you, I want you to find what that expression is equal to when we know what our variables are supposed to represent. Okay, so if I say it says solve this expression for when a equals 2, that means I'm going to take that number 2. They're saying a needs to be the number 2. So I'm actually going to replace my a with the number 2. Something you really need to keep in mind, though, is that this expression right here is really 3 times a plus 4. Because when you substitute, there are a lot of students who would take this, and when they put the 2 where the a is, they would do this. Okay, oh, you can't see, right? Equals 36, and that's not true, right? It's not 32, it's 3 times 2. So we do not want to do that, okay? Oop, we do not want to do that. Instead, what we want to do is we want to substitute so that this is 3 times 2 plus 4. And then I'm really just using order of operations to solve. 3 times 2 plus 4. Right? Order of operations, Gemma, first, do I have any grouping symbols? I don't. Do I have any exponents? I don't. Then I do my multiplication or division. Well, I know that 3 times 2 is 6. And then finally, addition or subtraction, 6 plus 4 is 10. Okay, so the answer to this, the value of this expression is 10. So now let's take a look at this next one. So I have lots of variables. Now remember, A, B right next to each other means A times B, right? Always rewrite that multiplication symbol so you do not mess that up, minus C plus 1. Now they're telling us that A is 2. So where I have my A, I'm going to write a 2. B is 3 minus C is 4 plus my 1. Now I need to use order of operations. I'm going to rewrite this. I'm going to write it a little bit smaller here because there are more steps in this problem. Okay, so first thing, grouping symbols. Do I have any? Yes, I have some parentheses. So I need to do what's inside the parentheses first. 4 plus 1 is 5. And I'm going to just rewrite everything else. Okay, next, do I have any exponents? No, I don't. So then after that, do I have any multiplication or division? Yes, I sure do. I have multiplication. 2 times 3 is 6. And then lastly, do I have any addition or subtraction? And that's the last thing I do. 6 minus 5 is 1. Okay, so now what I'm going to have you do is I want you to go ahead and solve this one. I will tell you that this one is a lot trickier, but I know you can do it. So pause your video and try this on your own. Now there is only one thing that we need to substitute. So all I'm doing is where my B is, I need to put a 2. So I'm going to rewrite everything exactly the same way. But instead of writing a B, this is a 2 to the 2nd power. Okay, first thing, do I have any grouping symbols? Yes, I do. However, look inside that grouping symbols. Inside my grouping symbols, I see that I have addition and I also have an exponent. So I'm asking myself, well, which one do I need to do first? Well, I know that in Gemma, G-E-M-A, right, my exponent comes before my addition and subtraction. So I do need to do my exponent first. So this is going to be 2 to the 2nd power. Remember, 2 to the 2nd power is the same as 2 times itself 2 times. It is not 2 times 2. However, in this case, I understand that it actually is the same. So it's a little confusing. But it's 2 times itself 2 times, which does equal 4. Okay, I still have those grouping symbols. So now I'm going to continue finishing what's in my grouping symbols. Okay, and then lastly, I have multiplication or division, which I have some division here. 16 divided by 8 is 2. Okay, so hopefully you're doing well with this. Just don't forget your order of operations. And if you have any more questions, just let me know.